What's up, y'all? Today we're talking about the planet Saturn, the planet of restriction, the planet of everything taking a long time, the planet of discipline, the planet of structure. So we're going to talk about today if Saturn was your daddy and he was standing in your room with a belt in his hand, what would you be getting a whooping for if you didn't put in the work? So if you put in the work, you don't have anything to worry about. You're probably going to get, just a little hard. You just put in a little bit more hard work in a different area of life, and you're receiving the rewards of the thing that you just completed. So I'm going to talk about the house you just finished up in and the house that you're headed to, and the area of life that you just finished cleaning up, and the area of life that you need to put a little bit more work in. And like I said, we're going to talk about it as if Saturn was your daddy. So if Saturn was your daddy, Aries Rising, then Saturn will be in your first house of self. Excuse me. I was drinking my little juice. Okay, we're not editing this video, sorry. But if Saturn was in your first house, Aries, you getting your ass whooped because you didn't clean up something about yourself, something about your physical body, something about your ego, something about how other people are, how you are coming off to other people, because your rising sign represents how you come off to others. So, and Saturn represents like discipline and limitations, or so maybe you needed to put some limitations on your ego with Aries being in the first house, because Aries is ruled by Mars. So I ain't saying y'all can be a little mean, but sometimes y'all can be a little aggressive. It just is what it is. So if you need to put your ego in check, Saturn might be here telling you to rethink how you present yourself to other people, how you come off to other people. And you, as an Aries, you don't really care, because y'all are so individualistic to, it's like, why would I care about somebody else's opinion? Like, I'm living my life for me type stuff. But Saturn in the first house, you might need to revisit how you come off to other people, and revisit, like I said, your ego, but also your physical body. So if you didn't put in the work, as in diet restrictions, if you had issues to come up, or just the need to have physical restriction on your body so that you could lose weight, go to the gym, or eat healthy, or whatever, presented itself for you, even if it was just a personal goal of yours to change, if you didn't put in the work for that, that's going to show up in your everyday life. Where you're coming from is the energy of Saturn being in your 12th house, which is the subconscious mind. So Saturn in the 12th house also could have brought restrictions, and the 12th house also represents prisons, it represents hospitals, it represents mental facilities. So if you didn't put in the work when it came to your subconscious mind and maybe healing yourself from trauma, some of y'all could have landed in the hospital. Some of y'all could have landed in, a mental health facility. Some of y'all could have landed in a prison, if, y'all didn't put y'all ego in check enough, because 12th house, like I said, represents like losses, represents endings, it represents things of the subconscious mind and the spiritual realm as well. So a lot of y'all could have just became more structured when it came to your spiritual practices. You could have had more discipline with your rituals and things of that nature, with Saturn coming out of your 12th house. But now the focus is in your first house, and you got to put in the physical work, and you got to put in the work when it comes to, like I said, the ego and how you come off to other people. But let me know how that 12th house energy played out for you. And you can say it in the comments as a warning to the Taurus risings, because they're having some of the experiences that you are coming from, and so on and so forth. So let's move on to Taurus rising.